Her say Askatan, everything is love. Pelin is a young woman on the eve of her marriage who works as a cashier and a department clerk in a store. She sees her lover Ilker, whom she has been with for 3 years, as the love of her life and is in the middle of an intense preparation for marriage. Despite the expense, in all this rush, only 10 days before the wedding, Ilker is married to a woman in the house where they will live together. The young woman, who can never be proud of being deceived, doesn't expect Ilker's apologies. She tries dozens of things with her best friends to overcome the pain of separation. At the same time, drummer Burak will appear before her. Sevimli Tehlikeli, cute and dangerous. The film combines many themes, from action to love, from romance to drama, with fairy tales. Many years ago, Zaro kidnapped a girl who was still in the cradle in Edirne, causing a family to experience great pain for a lifetime. Many years pass and Zarok sees an opportunity. To ease his remorse, this time he will kidnap the girl he kidnapped before and take him back to his real family. But in this process, a love-filled adventure awaits both characters. Evim Sensin, You Are Home. Bella is distraught following the breakdown of her marriage and she copes with the painful separation by returning home, where she must rebuild bridges with her estranged and strict authoritarian father, Selim. Caught in an emotional world, Leila crosses paths with construction worker Iskandar, who was raised in an orphanage and has charted a solitary path through life. Attraction is mutual, but Leila's recent experiences and Iskandar's lonely upbringing are difficult to overcome. Su Ve Atas, Water and Fire. A pretty young girl falls for an enigmatic man who sweeps her off her feet. She becomes pregnant but is not allowed to tell him. His advisors are adamant. Back home, they have set up a verdict with the daughter of an antagonistic family and marriage will put an end to the blood feud between them. Kardesim Benim 2, My Brother. Two famous brothers, Hakan and Ozan's friend Tato died. 2 days later, Hakan's wedding was held, but they went to a friend's house to fulfill their last duties. Hakan will marry Didam, the daughter of Muzaffar, one of Rize's leading tea merchants. Muzaffar is a reaction to this marriage because Hakan is a famous singer. Otegi Taraf, The Hidden Face. A successful man leads a happy life with his new lover Essay. But one day, the ambitious old lover Sara joins her life again with a job offer that she cannot refuse. The man who changed his city for his new job by taking his lover Essay with him is soon to be destroyed by the disappearance of Essay. Essay has left a farewell video behind, but no one can hear from Essay. In a short time, the man trying to fill Essay's absence with Sara also hears voices all over the house. The couple will gradually enter a path full of fear and paranoia. Time of Happiness. In society, it is generally accepted that completely different people are usually attracted, who ultimately complement each other. They like themselves are more often repel, like magnetic poles. It would seem that in the case of people, this rule is unfair, and it is absurd to believe that you can love a person with completely different outlooks on life. However, this is life, and this is exactly what actually happens. The hero of the Time of Happiness are called Ada and Mert. Each of them is like books of different genres and completely original content. Mert is strong in his spirit, he never looks to the past, but only makes plans for the future. It is impossible to make him think bad. Hell is the exact opposite. She lives in the past and every minute searches for loopholes that would allow the girl not to make mistakes. Fate decided to bring the two people together, and from the moment they met, a new stage in the life of both began. Ada understands that doors open before her, beyond which thousands of attractive options await her, continuous prospects. She stops being afraid of past mistakes, and if she does, then Mert will pick her up and not let her lose heart. In turn, the guy finally dared to look back and take into account his wrongness from a past life. Sometimes they are haunted by disappointment and sometimes they are torn with happiness. This is an exciting story of two lovers experiencing different situations. Sadese Sun, Only You. The series will focus on the interesting relationship between Burak and Selin. These two characters buy apartments for themselves with big dreams. But what they don't know is that they both buy the same apartment. So the romance and comedy will blow the winds. Delibal. Baris, who is an architecture student and makes music as a hobby, is a bipolar patient and enjoys enjoying life. When he first saw Fuzun, he had a feeling he had never known in his life. Love, which is always tangential, has caught Baris this time. He wants to reach this girl whose name he doesn't even know, but whom he falls in love with somehow, and he reaches. Finding Fuzun, reaching is also complete. Fuzun, who has nothing in her mind other than finishing university with a degree and doing a master's in America, also needs to be convinced of love. Baris, who is handsome, smart and sincere, finally achieves this. He makes Fuzan fall in love with him and they get married. Everything is like in fairy tales. Until one day, the fairy tale breaks down. Baris is a bipolar patient. The illness drives him crazy and he finally commits suicide.